By the time you're watching this, I will have finally finished my driver's ed class. And I must say, thank God it is finally over. Because you see, driver's ed, well, it kinda sucks. Now, I will say one thing I liked about driver's ed. You see, every class, we would have a quiz on what we learned last class. And these quizzes were just games of Kahoot. And let me say, the person that invented Kahoot, yeah, they're pretty much a modern day Einstein. Okay, here we go. Alf Inju Wang, inventor of Kahoot. He's my hero. So let's start off with the first thing. Having an old teacher use a computer is never a good idea. So when 90% of the class revolves around an old teacher using a computer, things aren't gonna go too well now, are they? Another thing about it is that a group of 15 to 16-year-olds having to stay after school for 2 hours and learn stuff we'd already learned in a previous class, well, goes about as well as you'd think. I specifically remember one of the last days of class. Basically, some of us were old enough to take the permit test early, and while they took the test outside the classroom, the teacher said,
"Okay, class, I'm gonna be outside the classroom with everyone taking the test, so I'm gonna put in this video. Please pay attention, okay?"
So, the teacher got up and left the classroom. And within 5 minutes of her saying that, we stopped paying attention. So, some of us would do these fake bottle flip parody videos, which is essentially just throwing a water bottle across the room, pretending we landed it, and then doing some sort of cringy dab. This is back in 2016, alright? Calm down. After a while, however, some of the class and I started to pay attention to the video. When we started watching, there was this guy, we'll just call him Daryl, driving a car. Eventually, the guy in front of him starts driving like an idiot, so Daryl speeds around him to the next lane. Then the guy pulls back up to Daryl, hops out of the car, and pulls out a freaking baseball bat. What? Look, I understand the video was trying to teach us how to handle extreme situations. However, all I got from the video was, "Everybody wants to beat you up with a baseball bat." So after the classroom portion was finished, it was time to do the driving lessons. Now, I was pretty uncomfortable with driving while starting out. However, by the end of the lesson, I thought I was doing pretty okay. We were finishing up with some parking, and right when I was pulling in, the car suddenly stopped, and I panicked because I thought I hit something. However, it turns out that all it was the teacher hitting the brakes. Oh, what did I do wrong?
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna tell you that you're doing a great job.
I tried to play it off like it was no big deal, but honestly in my head I was just like, if you ever do that again, I will get out of this car. I nearly just had a heart attack. So by the last lesson, you'd assume nothing ridiculous could ever happen this time, right? Well, I started walking up to the driver's ed car until I saw there were already 2 people in the car for some reason. Then the teacher gets out, sees me standing there and says,
"Oh no, not again."
What do you mean again? How often do you overschedule these lessons? Like, oh my god, why? So I then ended up driving one of the guys home, which honestly I was fine with because at that point I was so ready to just get driver's ed over with. So you happen to be watching this video, guy who I drove home, sorry you had to get up at 7 on the weekend to go to school.
Now we're gonna go back in class and watch 3 whole hour-long videos of red asphalt, and you're gonna love every gory moment. That's what I had to do in driver's ed. Our teacher showed us these old, like, red asphalt 90s videos. And they were disgusting.